So Todd, 5-3 defeat to Nottingham tonight. What are your thoughts following the game?
Oh, it's been it's been an awful busy week. We've had a lot's going on behind the scenes that weren't easy to deal with, but we did. Pardon me. And I thought with everything that went on, I thought the guys dealt with it well. Dressed them before the game, and I thought they were pretty fired up, and I think they came out and played a heck of a hockey game. Luck ran out a little bit in the third there. They had fight in them right to the end, and they kept going. And as a coach, that's a great sign for me. And that fourth one went in quickly there, and even got their fifth. The guys could have folded their tent and stuff like this, but they didn't, and they kept going. Pretty impressive.
Coming into the third period, it did feel like you guys were going to turn it around. How important for the Panthers was that first goal that they got the third period so quickly?
Yeah, well, they came up with a game plan, and they caught a few of those guys cold there. It was a big goal because I think it was a turning point. But like I said, we didn't let it get it down, and they got another one. Kept going. We got one on the PP, and we had them handed in at times. I thought their goaltender played really well. We outshot them pretty well, but the puck wasn't going in tonight. You get nights like that.
Speaking of netminders, so tonight without Kevin Regan and Blair Daly, so what's happening with the two of them?
It's not very often that you lose your starter and your backup so late in the week. We made some moves to attempt to get people in, and fortunately Greg was available. And you know what? I have to tip my hat to the guy. He hasn't been playing a lot of hockey this year. He came in, and the goals that were let in, I don't think that I can really point my finger. I think the first one rolled up off his back, and then you know kind of a fluky goal. We give up a breakaway and a 2-on-1. Next thing you know, they got three. Pardon me, they got that quick fourth, which was a deflection, and a fifth, which is unfortunate. But the guy played his heart out for us, and at short notice, I don't think we can ask for anything more from him.
Certainly, once he kind of gets settled into the game, he seems to be pulling off some pretty important saves, and that one-on-one breakaway as well.
Yeah, stops a breakaway, and he made a couple good saves tonight, which was really good. And this is nothing against Greg. Like I said, I'll tip my hat to him. But it shows how important of a cog Kevin Regan is to this club. But it was nice to see that the guys really, for the most part, could up their game and really play in front of a goaltender that doesn't have a lot of elite league experience. So real positive sign that the club is right there.
So we're going through a little run here playing the top teams in the league, and of course the Flyers in the top 5 as well. Next weekend it's the Belfast Giants. So what do you do this week to kind of sort of turn things around and maybe see if you can get more pressure on these guys?
Well, I guess if you're going to have guys hurt and some injuries, this is kind of the time for it to happen. If there is a time, a one-game weekend here, next weekend's a cup game. We have qualified, although it's seedings. And we want to finish as best as possible. But if a guy like Regan can't go, we have some time. We bring somebody in for coverage and see how we get on. My main concern is getting the squad back to full fitness. I seem to say it every week, but I say it to these guys all the time because they're starting to believe it, and once they believe it wholeheartedly, we'll have a chance to go on another run like last year because we're that good of a team. We will inflict some heavy damage, especially if we have that desperation like the guys had in the lineup tonight, out in the ice tonight rather. They just had that little bit of an edge that we really need to bring on a weekly basis. That was good to see.
And of course next weekend the Challenge Cup game instead of a league game, so that must help relieve the pressure a little bit?
Well, I suppose it does and it doesn't. Expectations are high here. I was a little frustrated tonight because, I mean, I'll look over the tape again, but we were into a hockey game and we were grinding it out and we were down. I think we were down 3-1, and I think if I remember the play properly, Chamont made a bad pass to Fulton, and it's a game. It's a mistake that happens all the time. But there was an awful lot of boos echoing around the place for a team that's playing good hockey and a good hockey club. I can understand the frustration out there. These guys want to see us at the top of the league. We're hockey players. We're as competitive as anybody. We want to score goals. We want to win hockey games. But that can get a bit frustrating because this is a team that definitely feeds off its biggest advantage, and the biggest advantage is the crowd. So I thought that was a little bit harsh at times tonight, and I don't normally criticize that. But that was a bit frustrating to hear because inside that small room where we're dressing, we're a tight-knit bunch, and they care a lot. I think maybe this is a little bit of my frustration coming out, but I care a lot about these guys. I've had them under me for 2 years now, and the new guys have just slotted in perfectly fine. So will we have off nights like Edinburgh? Absolutely. Do we play good hockey? Generally at home all the time. So it's a good old club. I'd ask people to stay patient with us. There's some guys that carried injuries that don't moan. I had a few guys out there tonight. Maybe Jordan Fulton came back from an injury early, but guy shows he goes out there and gets a man of the match performance. So we have guys that are playing banged up, and they really give a damn. So it's good to be a part of this team. I'm really proud to have my name associated with it, and may the wind start really rolling in, because I feel personally that we can really do some damage.
So thanks very much.
Yeah, thank you.